write down a few things because in that case,
what I do, yeah, I do you buying in option and a selling option. What I think needs to go in there.
Yeah.
And then
And then as I said, look, the system itself, it ain't stuck in stone. We move with this. There might be an next fault that you want to add on. There might be contracts you might have to start doing.
So we're moving forward, not backwards today. It's a fresh start after a solid bank holiday weekend. New stock, 2 Dangerous 41s. They're actually really bad seller for us, but I don't know why I've just bought them, but we haven't got them, so if you haven't got them, you can't sell them.
I feel like they're actually right.
I like them, but I just think they're too plain for what they are.
No.
Grey rhodiums, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, we're discussing a new database. Something I really don't want to do, but it needs to be done, so...
It does need to be done.
It does need to be done. So we're going to break the mold.
We've suffered long enough.
Yep, our old database has been dragged through years and years of torture, so it's about time we have something that equals our company. So yeah, it's going to be new times changing.
Buying in. Yeah, the date automatic generated. Do you want that though?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we backdate things, don't we? Or payments and stuff. Yeah, maybe with option 2.
I would say automatic, but
then you got an option to do it. Yeah, sweet.
That's what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with. Meant to be the penthouse, high luxury, the best showroom in the world, and some dipstick has put the black sponge in the cream one, and the black sponge.
That's me earlier, I think. That's it. It was only temporary. Yeah, I went up to a non-confident sitting outside.
Oh, you see Cal, didn't you?
Yeah,
I was up there as well.
Oh, was you inside the
No,
he went baggers, I could tell.
Was it good in it?
Yeah,
I didn't rate the food in
No,
there when I went.
shit
The
food.
food was shit.
I wouldn't eat the parties.
I think you've got to eat to drink in there, sort of thing. Theme park down there the other night, all the, like Mayfair, that strip and the loop.
How many cars drive around?
Lambo.
Oh,
yeah,
mate.
it's mental.
It's like, rent a car, go Mayfair. Fuck off.
I got a Yachtmaster 40 Rhodium.
Oh, you got a Daytona?
I got a bimetal one with a bar.
Yeah.
It's the new shape one, yeah. Factory stickered. I've got a blue sky and a black sky.
We've got a cap on our daily transfers.
It's pretty
yeah.
I call it
it's
on.
probably healthy for us.
But I'm embarrassed if I can't pay till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty healthy for us. No,
Yeah. Mate.
Start calling on top.
No cap. Woo! Blow. Was it what Migo say? Blow the brains out. We're blowing the brains out of the account, mate. Now West be like, mate, you've spent 400 grand today.
I'm looking for an office now. I think they're ringing me now.
Where you going?
Old Broad Street, just over there. Boys, I'll see you later, yeah?
Sweet, guys. Be good, mate.
Thank you.
see.
Been there for hours testing every single stuff.
Oh, Cattle guy might come in end of this week. So the time's come. 15 months down the line, we're gonna have a little small revamp. It's not. I mean, it's necessary. It's not really. We should really be doing this soon, but we didn't really. We guesstimated stock when we first moved in, so where everything's in these counters, I think everything's in these counters. This space is just way too big, and it's just too much space. We don't need this much cushion. Although it's quite nice, we don't need it. It's a very big desk. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the whole lot across. So you're gonna walk in and you'll just have a big glass counter across. All the watches will be spread out. And then over there we're gonna build a jewellery section. So there'll be no sort of sitting counter, it'll just be all glass top, proper LED lights coming across, all the pieces in here. So it'll be like 180 watches, 200 watches in this whole counter, maybe a touch more. So the stock's there, which is quite nice. Just trying to sort of find the best way to display the jewellery. Possible second career, man. I don't know. I've signed a contract. Can't leave.
Oh, you're right there.
Attorney.
Are you guys open?
Attorney of Trotters.
It's in my blood. It's soiled within me.
He bought a brand new cell.
And he asked for a travel case.
No one told me that, man. No one told me when there's 3 of you standing around me boxing it up.
Oh, how can we?
Thank you, Alfie.
You see on Amazon a fly catcher, you don't need that, you got Alfie.
Have you not noticed? We haven't got no flies and stuff.
Is that, what's it called? A chameleon?
Room for the guys.
Oh, well, like that was it?
Tropical dart, I like that.
Mate, that's getting worse. Customer's watch. I sold it to him last year. And he, especially the other day, I said I think I've got a problem with the watch. It's still running, bear in mind, but look. It's created a nice effect. Call it the chameleon dial, the chameleon Hulk.
You've got the meteorite GMT, and you've got the chameleon Hulk.
That is a clear example. Is whenever you go on holiday, because when you do land, you tend to change your time to local time. You must make sure the winder is tight. It's an absolute, because unfortunately water's a powerful thing and it will get through any crack and cranny.
Don't know why I've got the team irritating me. Cal's good today. The other two, they were free.
Right, hold, put it on your wrist.
Here soon.
Is it? Done.
Let them watch this as well.
Don't go swimming with it. Do not go read the top and jump in the lake with it.
Too comfortable. See? I'm on it.
Right,
Where's my return label?
Then you go into Hatton's, drop this stuff off.
Right, what are you doing?
Get boxes off, and then I'll get you an Uber back.
Right, but what are you doing? What are you doing with this? What's your?
You,
Because I was going to chase up thingy on that.
What do you want to do about the back thing?
I was going to chase up thingy on the whole thing.
Now, what are these watches out here?
Don't know. Alf, are they spare stock?
What, these 3 watches?
Yeah.
The ones that you asked me to get out a minute ago.
Right, so why don't you bring them out the front then?
Oh, well, because you were so busy doing nothing.
Hang on, sorry.
Wow.
Now let me explain what's going on. No, shut up. Let me explain what's going on.
Go on.
I'm out here doing my work. You've then gone, is there any space? Can I explain? Sorry, you can talk after. I'm doing my thing. You went, is there any spaces? And I went, off this one, there's 2 spaces. Oh, what's out there? You went a rose, let it fall with white. I said, fantastic, bring that out. You any more? I said, now it's.
Get that out.
Okay, so why don't you bring it out then?
Fucking come out and get it.
Because you're doing that job.
Fucking hell, I'm doing something else.
Well then don't. Then if you're doing something, don't give it the option to get spare stock
Don't
out.
laugh for something.
Huh? If you're just doing something, don't get the option to get spare stock out. Am I right, Mikey? Am I right? I didn't ask the watches.
You said there's gaps.
Because you said, is there gaps? And I went, yes.
There's gaps.
I start saying, is anyone hungry? Everyone goes, yeah, I'm starving. I go, yeah, me too. I was leaving. Don't fill
What are
it.
you doing in that time though?
But I'm doing my work.
Doing what?
I was doing my work. Right, I'm doing my work with that. I'm doing my work, right? You asked me the spaces. I then said yes. You've got watches that left out there. I don't understand it.
Long as I don't take 45 minutes.
That's it. It doesn't matter how long I take, as long as I get something done.
Long as I know.
Just don't ask me if there's stock and you don't bring it out. Simple as that. So don't then pull it back onto me like, yeah, they're there. Why don't you come get them?
Get them out, got them out here. All the stuff.
Should we do our video? Let's do our video.
Well, I'm not really getting involved, Mikey, to be honest with you.
Simple as that.
Just a little argument, that's all. Happens all the time here, Trotters.
Only real men wear pink. Hi guys, so today I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video. I thought I would actually show you some of my private collection. These watches are not for sale, so don't be hitting me up because I'm not interested. These are pieces that I've cherished over the years, I've looked after. Some I've overpaid, a lot of them I've underpaid, so good for me, thank you, I'm in the right business. Let me take you through some of my GMT collection, which I'm obsessed with. I'll start off with one that catches my eye quite a lot. So you've got they call it the cookie, full brown bezel on a GMT, on a Jubilee bracelet. So that's quite an unusual one where you'd often not see something like this, which is the eye of the tiger. Why do I like them? Because you're not likely to see someone in a restaurant or in a cafe or anywhere really sitting next to you wearing one of these watches. So I often like something that nobody else has got. Whereas the Pepsis in here, they all look quite similar. I managed to get this one at list price a couple years ago now. I've not worn it for a while because I scratched the glass on a car rental in Los Angeles. So I'm still feeling my pain now. I can still see the pain scratching the glass there. That hurt. Need to get that sorted out. I purchased this vintage piece here, which is a reference 16750. It looks quite in bad shape really, but the trick to the story is not to get them polished, to leave it quite as it is, like untouched. So that's quite a cool piece to wear with like a shirt or whatnot. Quite cool, quirky. I'll call it my Camden watch. Fast forward a couple years, I've got one of the last GMTs available before they change it to ceramic. So I've got a 2008 Pepsi GMT there. So that actually comes on like a Rolex warranty style card, so that's really cool. I purchased that one a few years ago and I knew that one would be a hot piece in years to come. Then you can go back to something like these factory diamond dials. Got the Jubilee bracelet and the Oyster bracelet. I'm obsessed with GMTs, I think they're the coolest Rolex you can find. So I've got both bands. Funny enough, I think I purchased one of these from Watchfinder years ago, and I think their prices were even crazy then, but the watch market in the past 3 or 4 years has gone so crazy that I've earned money. This was a bit of a gem. So I actually bought this vintage piece here, it's a 1675. Unfortunately, the person I purchased it from put a new bezel on it, new bezel insert from Rolex. It looks good, but it's not a good thing, so that it'd have been worth a lot more money with the original damaged bezel on there, because that's the style of the watch vintage piece. The guy had it on a leather NATO strap, so that's the reason why I've not got it on the strap at the moment. This vintage piece here, probably the oldest one I've got here, it is a, God, how old is it? It's a 1-2 serial, so this is an extremely old watch. This is going to be like from the 70s and it's in great condition, but that's unfortunately the bad thing. Someone's had it restored at Rolex. They should have left it as it was. But yeah, I'm probably going to put that on a NATO strap and wear it myself. And then I've even got a modern one. This is my most recent purchase. White gold Rolex GMT Master 2, the meteorite dial. I'm not really a fan of the modern pieces, if I'm being honest, but this particular one with the meteorite dial I thought was just mind-blowing. Like, why have they put a meteorite dial in a GMT? This is going to be something in years to come. We're going to look back and people are going to be like, that's just insane. So I had to get that one. I had to put that in my collection. I think it's understated, but it's just so cool. I don't keep these at home anyway, but if my house was on fire and I had a particular watch, which one would I cry the most if it was gone? Oh, I'm gonna. That's a horrible. These are all my babies right here, so I can't leave one. But if I had a favourite child, I've heard that. I don't say I've got any children at the minute. I'd say it's probably this one, just because I think nobody else has got this watch that I know. I don't even know people in the watch industry have got this particular one. It's not the most expensive one, I know, but I've got the breaking rights at the moment, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't even want to wear it because if I do anything to it, I don't know. When I do my coffee shop runs when I'm a little bit older, chilled out, sitting there reading a newspaper. That's how I picture myself in years to come, but there probably won't be newspapers about. They'll probably be like fucking iPads. And so this is a 1984 GMT Master with the plastic perspex, and this watch is older than me. This is 94, I don't know how many years old. 8 years older than me. Who looks better? The reason why I say they're not for sale is I'm not bragging about the value. The values are relevant to me. That's why they're not for sale. Is that my part of the business for me is that I am a massive watch fan. So these are for me. This is my passion. That is how obsessed I am with GMTs. I do have a yellow gold GMT with the green dial. I think that's going to be a future hit for sure. I used to be a large collector of the Saru edition, so that would be like the factory pave diamond dials and bracelets. I sold them back in 2016 and 17 to help fund the stock for the shop. If I would have kept them, yeah, I probably would have been like an additional 20 to 30% at least, I'd say today. But I can get them back again, that's not the issue. But particular GMT that I do want. Root beer. I've actually even got a new shape root beer, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be getting one at this price anytime soon, so I'll have to see if somebody wants to have a deal when they come in. So if you've got a root beer and you want to sell it, hit me up for my private collection. This is not like a retail price now, and you know, maybe I can give you something special. Not from this collection, off limits. I cannot tell you how many pieces that I probably let out of my reach being ignorant. So when I was younger, if it wasn't the latest watch out, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. That was the biggest mistake of my life, because the vintage market is one of the highest sought after markets there is in the world, because people want something that could be the date of birth. It could be something that means it was like their grandest generation. Who knows, but it's a massive market. And I turned a blind eye for it for some reason, because I was ignorant. I didn't want to know and I didn't want to learn. And it wasn't until I had a general interest in the vintage market that I thought, okay, let me start, you know, collecting my own. Then when you start overpaying for things yourself, and I did that, you don't want to be overpaying. You want to be paying the right price, you know. I know people have got to eat and they've got to earn and live off of it, but what I invested in some of these pieces 4, 5, 6, 10 years ago, they're worth a lot more today, and I'm thankful for that. But it taught me a harsh lesson in the beginning. You need to know a bit of everything, not just a certain brand. So even though you see my GMT collection here, I have invested in other pieces as well, because don't be ignorant to a certain market. You know, there's some pieces that people forget. They don't look on eBay, they don't look on Gumtree, or you know, and they're the certain pieces there that everyone goes, oh no, they're no good, they're no good. They're the hot ones in years to come. So my bit of advice, you know, I'm not always right, but I think I'm doing the right thing. You know, I've been in the watch game for a long time now, for 12, 13 years myself, so experienced, but plenty more to come. Read them books. You'll see books everywhere. We've got books up in the penthouse over here. Read them books. Don't always just go on Google as well, because they always put up opinions and most recent things. Go back, read old books, especially if you're in the watch industry. You know, sometimes YouTube's quite good though. I do go on YouTube quite often, and I watch other people's pages and stuff, learn a few things or two. But yeah, we're coming for you. We're coming for every market you can get. So yeah, this is my GMT collection. If you like this story today, let me know. Maybe I'll bring some other pieces out of my collection. I've got some other cool pieces, but these are not for sale. Let me repeat that. These are not for sale. I'm keeping them.
Yeah, I've always preferred a GMT over a sub. I prefer the bezel, always. Like for example, I like how more busy the bezel is, and obviously I like the green hand as well. So I do always prefer the GMT. The 1675 is the older one, isn't it?
That's the oldest one. Yeah.
So I like the. To be honest, it's the early one. The older it is, the better it is, truthfully. But it's all about condition for me. So I would like that bezel with that dial with that bracelet.
So you want a Frankenstein?
I want it's a little bit of Frankenstein. If it's not there available, it's probably that one there. It's that one. It's that blue and the red has got to go almost. It's got to be so faded for me that it goes almost pink and light blue.
Service, rotor post, mainspring, new glass, 2 gaskets. The repinning I can get done, but it will take a lot longer of a time. All in total, with the repinning, you're looking at 550.
Oh, perfect. Can I get that done, please?
But you're going to be looking at probably like 3-4 weeks, I'd say.
That's okay. As long as you look after me.
That's alright, no worries. Cool.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Yeah. Cheers.
No worries. So it'll be $550 to pay, and you'll just pay when we pick it when you collect it. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank
Cheers.
you so much for that.
Thanks, Kelly.
Alright, cheers, darling.
Bye. Hello, Trotters.
Ready, mate. I've come to pick up one of my mates' watches.
Yeah. What's the name?
Dion.
Cool. What's your name?
Ray.
Cool. Are you downstairs, Ray?
Mate, I'm on Great Winchester, but...
Yeah. Can you see number 19?
For the elites, for the high rollers, the high spenders, the big spenders, we have got Cartier champagne. That's an open one. That's what you will get, the sealed. It's not open, it hasn't got the seal on it. That's
He
the seal.
must just buy it.
That's just like mental. I wouldn't give that to a baby, that amount of crisps.
Oh, that's disgraceful. It's a quarter.
Walkers, if you're watching, 50% less fats because there's 50% less in there. It's pathetic.
That is how big your bag should be.
Yeah.
Are you sure? What the fuck is that?
You've done the same thing.
Yeah. What the fuck is that, mate?
I'm asking 51.
No, we're only doing it. That printer don't work.
How much
did you without the diamond?
43.
Fuck nice.
Been a little bit without the diamonds.
Oh, and there.
Yeah, that's
How much are they actually like dealership?
30.
There's a Navy card now.
Now.
Give him the silver.
I was buying and selling it with like 21, 22.
That comes with silver.
How many years ago?
218, 219.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then obviously the hype went boom. But then now, for example, what's the stop? I mean, alright, some watches do hit a little limit and they do stop sort of going up, but I think that's still, I think you still got scope to go up again. There's no reason why it's going to stop.
How much are walks now?
Like 40, depending on the year, 14, core upwards.
Even then we're going a little bit down, isn't it?
These guys today picking up the Jubilee bracelet, Batman, Batgirl. I can't really get my head around the Batgirl, I don't like it, so I've always called it a Batman. Yeah, no, always a Batman. But yeah, Batman on the Jubilee. Clean, lovely watch. You want that one?
No, that one.
You want that one? You want one of them as well?
no. I sure it's these.
Or blue?
You get a travel case as well?
Come on, bro.
Come on.
All the goodies.
If we should sell this back to you now, how much would you buy it for?
Well, I mean, right now, different story. Within 12 months, you would lose me. Probably 10%.
It's not bad.
Within 12 months.
It's based on the watch not going up though.
Yeah.
It's based on the base market.
I don't feel this. You're going to
Yeah.
Phil Reed on the way down, YouTuber. But we're buying his Still and Gold Daytona, white dial. Funny story, we actually watched his YouTube videos and he went somewhere up in, I think it was in West End somewhere, to sell it. They actually offered him, I think it was like 13.5 or something maybe. So we see it, got in contact with him, we messaged him, basically said to him, look.
I think Judd commented on his page.
Yeah, Judd commented on the YouTube page and said, look, drop me a message on Instagram, it's Trotters Jewelers. He dropped us a message and then we got in contact with him and we are now buying his watch off him. We're giving him 14 grand for it.
Bring me downstairs.
First impressions, like I can't lie, this is cool. It's a bit cool. Honestly, if I had known that this was here for the last year, I'd be here every week. I'm not gonna lie. So I've come here today to finally say goodbye to my beloved Rolex Daytona two-tone. I've been looking to sell it for a few months, just not had an offer that I thought was fair. I actually went to another dealer last week and they offered 10k for it, which honestly is it's ridiculous. They were taking a mick. So yeah, come here to part ways with that, but also I want to try some pieces on. I am looking. I'm always looking. I'm always in the market for a new watch. So yeah, hopefully try some nice watches on as well. How and when did you get this?
Got it this morning. Got it delivered this morning. So as you can see, yeah, so it's a work of art, really.
Yeah, just coming this morning. We haven't uploaded it yet. We're gonna do like a big build up on Instagram and stuff. So
amazing.
This is exclusive for our YouTube.
So I'm guessing these are all aftermarket because they look pretty.
Yeah.
So do you have a company, a guy you work with that just sorts you out and just
got like a few diamond setters? Yeah. You know.
I think I'll probably be around the 20 region. 20. I think that's fair.
Oh, fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. I've never seen so many must-own watches before.
Richard Mills probably got about £1 million worth in here.
I've never ever seen a Richard Mills, and I've never tried one on.
So now you're going to see 4.
So this one is the baby of the day. I just sold this yesterday. We've still got it. The client yet, so still can't pick it up.
Holy shit.
It's crazy. Also, we got the red strap to go with that as well. It's just full red Rafa.
That was sick, yeah.
But we had a white strap on it last week. We just put the black strap on it 2 days ago. Just thought we'd change up a little bit. And then that's the titanium RM30. That's sort of like not the entry level RM, but it's definitely the sort of second level RM, I'd say.
Yeah.
30. could have picked up an RM05, probably 20 grand. Go back sort of 8 years ago.
Sorry.
I liked it, but I was like, but I'm buying this, and his categorizes a huge load. I'm like, nah, I said nah, I'll swerve it. That watch today is 75 grand, 80 grand. So you've got the Scanner case back, but see the thicker one.
Oh, is this?
That's the 15400. So that's same as yours.
So literally, this is the same.
So yeah, that's the before, that's the after. So that's what we do. So if we used to buy your watch today, we'd do the same thing.
Would you actually?
Yeah.
Straight up?
But I prefer to just sit in diamonds. It's
I'm
more
surprised by that actually. I'm surprised that you will.
Yeah, we'd just diamond set it, it's our market.
Fair. Is that because of your customer base? You know,
Probably,
you probably want that.
Yeah.
I mean, we sold the blackface the other day, didn't we?
I sold a blackface the other day, but it was mint.
What did you sell that for?
I sold it for $29.99.
It's alright.
So the thing is, it was like the watch. I don't think it's ever had a polish. The booklet was like new condition as it had been all up front.
Yeah.
So it was like so mint. I just thought, you know what, just keep that one plain. But generally speaking, any one we used to get, especially when the money you paid, we used to pay like 15,000.
Yeah.
We weren't selling at that price plain. I think you've made a great buy there, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah. But give me a go up here, like a couple months ago, he had the grey, he bought from us in the shop. He paid 15 grand plain for the grey. Yeah. Because the beauty thing in now, you've paid 15 for that, and you're forever in your money. You can wear it and wear it and wear it, and you're always going to make a minimum of 10.
Yeah. Easily. Another goodie box.
Ooh. So we do tend to keep a collection of GMTs. So we've been collecting these early part of 2011 to 12 plus, I suppose.
Yeah.
Pepsis, your colas.
These cookies.
This is a cookie as well.
Is that called the cookie? That one.
Yeah.
So this is what you got to look at. These are watches that potentially could get re-released because obviously the Pepsi they re-released.
Yeah.
The Coke they haven't.
I'd love to see that.
That I thought it was going to be this year.
I thought so as well.
And the cookie, no one's really seen that.
It's a 16710. This one. See, like where obviously they should have. Well, that should be the best. That's one of the newer ones. It's actually quite a rare piece. It's one of the in betweens. Fade adds so much more value.
I've seen some that are almost like a pink.
Yeah.
Pink.
So I'm
nice.
looking to find one now on my birth year with that, but I won't get it because it hasn't had that deterioration yet. Because obviously we're still fairly young.
Yeah.
We won't have that deterioration yet. But yeah, I mean that one's got quite good pink. So I want one with a nice pink on it and a nice light blue.
That's nice. That.
So that one there is one of the better ones, but not the older one. But look at the dial with this one. These been sitting in our safe for the past sort of 10 years, 15 years.
Really?
And I haven't touched them.
You don't want to sell them or?
No, we won't sell them. We won't sell them.
You won't sell them?
No, we're sort of, we've got in at such a good time with these. They don't really, I mean, they really are a lot. So I haven't got one that's really too old because the bracelets are all quite good condition them and they're not all scratched and stuff. Oh, you want to find one's quite old, but the best one I've got here is probably this one. So it's just so when we brought it, it came on the wrong bracelet. It came with a Jubilee bracelet. It's just the wrong bracelet. That's why it's not on there. This is a 1675 reference. So it's probably like late 60s, early 70s.
The condition of that is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. That looks unworn.
Yeah. So this would be a project where I'd have to find a bracelet from that year, which is fine. You can do that. It's a little bit not non-original, but you can still do that as long as it comes.
So nice.
In a very similar condition.
Do agree. Awesome. Should I get my Daytona that you guys are taking off me?
Yeah, that's fine. Let's roll.
Cheers, guys. Right. Here it is. Do you get many of these?
I try to.
Yeah.
I do try to be fair. What was the last one I bought? I forgot one.
There's one here that's
that one there, that's an old one. That's like two.
Every watch I've bought has had some sort of meaning, and I've got a few watches. Like this Daytona is my least favourite. It is a nice watch, but am I sad to see it go? No, not really, because I think there's other watches that I'd prefer to have. So stay tuned. I probably will be back here within the next few weeks buying a watch from here. So no, I'm not sad. No.
I'd hope the grey market doesn't come to a mad end. Do you know what I mean? Like when things like that, I see a factory dial, one of these go like a factory dial go for like 19, 20 grand. I'm thinking, wow, that's like gold money. Yeah. And like, I understand things go up, but we're talking like in the last 10 years, everything's just blowing up.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's scary.
Yeah. by far the best experience that I've had in a place that sells watches, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera right now. It is very, very true. I think the watch game, you can say, is kind of like it used to be like an old man's game, and you get like 40, 50 plus year olds liking watches, but now it's just turned with like footballers, rappers liking watches. That's now turned into everybody wanting to hop on watches, and this place here is like the best place for like young people to come and spend time and like look at watches. And I think you guys have done you've done a good job.
Thank you, man.
Favourite of all these, I'd have to say this. I'd have to. It's platinum Daytona. I didn't know for the longest time that this was actually a brown dial as well. I had no idea. That is a nice watch, and I think a lot of people would agree with all the bust down aftermarket stuff. Ooh, which is my favourite? Maybe either. So I love AP, so I'd probably go with AP, to be honest. Do you disagree with me? Favourite out of all these?
Nah,
our favourite's not there.
I'd probably go with that.
What, are you talking diamond watches?
Of just this, yeah.
I think Day 2. Oh, Day 40, sorry. I love the presidential, and it's a nice that presidential. I think it just works.
Okay, I changed my mind.
Really?
This, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love Arab dial as well. A lot of people don't like.
Yeah, no, it's very popular, isn't it? Very popular.
Is it?
I just got a lovely watch, maybe for you as well.
So Phil obviously see me on YouTube, noticed I'm famous, wanted a picture of me, so you know, give him what he wanted. I will be invoicing him though for the photo, £100 for the photo.
Got it now, yeah, lovely. Well chuffed. Sweet,
Sweet,
lovely.
George.
Cheers, boys.
Man,
See you later.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
So that was George. He basically works for our good friend Jamie. He owns a recruitment firm. Shout out Interact Recruitment. Yeah, George works for Jamie. Had a good month, so Jamie's give him some money to put towards with on top of his watch. Coming the other day, was deciding between a few. Ended up going for the Steel and Gold Daytona. So lovely watch. Congratulations, George. Keep it up, and yeah, successful, smooth deal.
Daniel, there we go. Looking brand new again.
It's cool, isn't it? 18 karat gold. The weight of it. 18 karat gold, it's lovely.
Let's see the Judd bracelets. What's happening? Yeah, it's tall.
What's happening?
We don't mess around here, bro.
You've got the box of papers which I was watching. But the all gold, the papers out, mate.
Just dropped off a little delivery, a little ice, bit of ice we just done. So he looked happy, the guy, so it's good news.
Yeah.
Put the box of paperweight, no label on it, nothing, in the back, carbs underneath the cushion, no label on it.
In the box?
Yeah.
So today we have Mya coming in today. I think she wants to surprise Digga with a nice Cuban bracelet to match his watches and stuff like that. I think that's what she's doing. She's buying from one for herself, but we'll find out. I think it's a nice little selection to sort of show her for a minute. Prong set ones there, sort of round stones there, sort of modern style Cuban.
standards old Cuban, and then the new style again, and then you got the bigger prong set ones there, 2 tones, all white, about 80mm ones. So let's see.
Right. Yeah, no, he knows I'm getting it, but he doesn't know which one I'm gonna get him.
Yeah.
But obviously, I told him he needs to help me, but he was like, I'm not gonna pick it just in case it's the most expensive one. Okay, so it's out of these two. So this one, that's the one that you tried on last time, they said. Yeah, but it's the same. Okay, this is realistically it's out of them two that you wanted. So the thin one or the big one?
You know it's the big one.
Hey,
Good.
right.
Yeah, see you later.
How do I open it?
Just pull that. Where is it?
Oh, no, still got it all, man.
Getting to rebuild the claw as well, so it's kept in nice and strong.
Oh,
What colour do you want? White and rose. What any rose you want? If you've got a white and rose one, then I just had getting cleaned.
Can I see that one?
Yeah, this one's like, you have to stretch a touch to it, like this would be like 17. But obviously I can get you made in rose if you wanted.
I prefer the rose.
Yeah, I can get you made in rose, no problem. I was thinking white and rose to match the kettle.
So normally you wear the buckle at the back. Nowadays a lot of people are wearing like hang to the side. Like, oh, what?